Hello and welcome back to Equations. This is part 2. And we'll start out with this thing here. Get used to negative signs and brackets and nesting, and just go through this simple exercise. Always start in the very center, the most nested thing you can find. That's here 3 squared here, so we just go through it a little at a time. Plus 3 times 3 squared is 9. Minus, and here we have a 3x times a minus 3. They'll make minus 9x. And this minus here would make it into a positive 9x. Plus 3 equals 3. And go through it again and see what you can do. You can, most nested thing is still this, that's a 27. Minus 3 minus 3 plus 27 plus 9x plus 3 equals 3. Now distribute this negative sign into all the minus 3 and the plus 27. Minus 3 minus a minus 3 is plus 3. Minus a plus 27 is minus 27. Still got 9x plus 3 and equals 3. Collect all the terms. Simplify this left side a little bit. Minus 3 plus 3 is 0. Minus 27 plus 3, you get a minus 24. You still have a plus 9x equals 3. Get rid of the 24 on this side, move it over to the right side. So you have to add plus 24. Add plus 24 on this side, leaves you with a minus x. Add plus 24, gives you 27. Divide both sides by 9, and we say x ends up to be 3. All the 3's. I didn't plan it that way, believe me. And we got to check our answer. What do we start with? Minus 3 minus 3 plus 3 times 3 squared minus 3x times minus 3 plus 3 equals 3. And there's only one x in the whole thing. And replace that x with 3. Get minus 3 minus 3 plus 3 times 3 squared minus 3 times 3 times minus 3 plus 3 equals 3. And go back to simplifying. Look at the most nested thing. Still is 3 squared here. Minus 3 minus 3 plus 3 times 9 minus 3 is 27, and you got 2 minus signs, so that'll end up being positive. Plus 27 plus 3 equals 3. Minus 3 minus 3 plus 27 plus 27 plus 3 equals 3. And distribute this minus sign into these. And minus 3 minus a minus 3 is a plus 3. Minus a plus 27 is a minus 27. Got plus 27 out here. Plus 3 equals 3. Add all this up. Minus 3 plus 3 is 0. Minus 27 plus 27 is 0. And you got a 3 left over. And 3 does equal 3, so 3 completes that. That's a solution to that equation. It's just an exercise in minus signs and nesting. Most of this is going to be about equations with variables in the denominator. For instance, 1 over x plus 7 equals 1. When you have variables in the denominator, there are going to be restrictions on what your answer can be. Denominators cannot be 0. If x were minus 7, the denominator would be 0 and it would be undefined. It's not that it doesn't exist, it's not that it's 0, it's called undefined. So right off the bat you have to put down the restriction that x cannot equal minus 7. And other than that, the first thing we could do is multiply both sides. Both sides by x plus 7. X plus 7 times x plus 7. And the rest of it stays the same. 1 over x plus 7 and the 1 there. And then simplify. This goes out, so with 1 equals 1 times x plus 7. And as always, I like to move my x's all to the left side. So add a minus x to both sides. And the rest of it stays the same. Plus 1 equals x plus 7. You have a minus x plus 1 equals x plus the minus x is 0, and you left with 7 here. And then move the 1 over to the right side by adding minus 1 to both sides. And that's 1 over here, minus 1 over here. And the rest of it stays the same. Minus x plus 1 equals 7. And simplify, minus 1 plus 1 is 0. You get minus x equals 7 minus 1 is 6. Multiply through by a minus 1. By minus 1. And you'll get x equals minus 6. And that's the answer. We say the answer is x equals minus 6. And always include the restriction in your answer. And x cannot equal minus 7. And we can check that real quick. We had 1 over x plus 7 equals 1. We say x equals minus 6, just put in a minus 6 where the x is. 1 over minus 6 plus 7 equals 1. 1 over 1 equals 1. 1 equals 1. So the answer is x equals minus 6. And x cannot equal minus 7. And what if you had variables on the denominators on both sides? Say x equals plus 7 equals 1 over x minus 3. Again, what makes the denominator 0? This one would be minus 7, so x cannot equal minus 7. Here, a positive 3 would make the denominator 0, and that's not allowed, so it can't be plus 3 either. X cannot be minus 7 or plus 3. Go through the same routine, multiply both sides by the least common denominator, just x plus 7 times x minus 3. Here is x plus 7, x minus 3. On this side we'll have x plus 7, x minus 3. Everything else stays the same. A 1 over x plus 7 equals a 1 over x minus 3. And these cancel out. That's a 1 there. X minus 3 over x minus 3 is 1. And you're left with x minus 3 equals x plus 7. Move all the x's to the left by adding minus x to both sides. The minus x, minus x. Everything else stays the same. Plus x minus 3 equals x plus 7. And simplify. Minus x plus x is 0. You get minus 3 equals minus x plus x is 0. And you get a 7 over here. Minus 3 does not equal 7. So there are no solutions. Nothing will make this true. No real number. Let's add these two fractions together, see what we get. Again, x cannot equal minus 7. Cannot equal minus 7 or plus 3. And to get rid of the variables out of the denominators, multiply through by x plus 7 times x minus 3. On the right hand side it'll be 0. On the left hand side you'll have x plus 7 times x minus 3. Everything else will stay the same. 1 over x plus 7 plus 1 over x minus 3 equals 0. And then take these two terms into the brackets. You'll get x plus 7 times x minus 3 over times 1 over x plus 7 plus x plus 7 times x minus 3 times 1 over x minus 3. These are gone. These are gone. You're left with x minus 3 plus x plus 7 equals 0. And then simplify. 2x plus 4 equals 0. Bring this minus 4 over to the right hand side by adding a minus 4 to both sides. End up with 2x equals minus 4. Divide by 2. X equals minus 2. So we're saying that x equals minus 2 and x cannot be minus 7 or plus 3. And do a quick check. We had 1 over x plus 7 plus 1 over x minus 3 equals 0. We say x equals minus 2, just put that in there. Minus 2 plus 7 plus 1 over minus 2 minus 3 equals 0. You have to 1 over 1/5 plus 1 over minus 5. That's just 1/5 minus 1/5 equals 0. 0 equals 0, so minus 2 is the solution. And x cannot be minus 7, 4 plus 3. We can do a couple of more of these. Suppose we had 2 over x minus 2 plus 3 over x plus 5 equals 0. Right away again, x cannot equal plus 2 or minus 5, because that would make the denominators in either fraction, one or the other, a 0, and that is undefined and not allowed. So to get the variables out of the denominator, multiply by x minus 2 times x plus 5, both sides. Multiply the right side by this, you'll get 0. So basically just got to watch the left-hand side. X minus 2 times x plus 5, and all the rest of it stays the same. 2 over x minus 2 plus 3 over x plus 5 equals 0. And bring these both terms into this one and then into that one. So we end up with x minus 2 times x plus 5 times 2 over x minus 2 plus x minus 2 times x plus 5 times 3 over x plus 5 equal 0. That turns into a 1. X plus 5 over x plus 5 turns into a 1, and you're left with 2 times x plus 5 plus 3 times x minus 2 equals 0. And multiply these out, you get 2x plus 10 plus 3x minus 6 equals 0. And to add like terms, 2x plus 3x is 5x. Plus 10 minus 6 is plus 4 equals 0. Bring this plus 4 over to the right hand side by adding minus 4 to both sides. You get 5x equals minus 4. Divide by 5, you'll have 5 equals minus 4 fifths. So we say x equals minus 4 fifths is a solution. And again, you got to iterate x does not equal plus 2 or minus 5. X cannot equal plus 2 or minus 5. And go through a quick check. Originally we had 2 over x minus 2 plus 3 over x plus 5 equals 0. Stick in minus 4 fifths for the x's. Got 2 over minus 4 fifths minus 2 plus 3 over minus 4 fifths plus 5 equals 0. Make the denominators one fraction, so you'll have 2 over minus 4 fifths, and this is minus 10 fifths plus 3 over minus 4 fifths, and this would be plus 25 fifths equals 0. Keep simplifying. Be minus 14 fifths on the bottom plus 3 over minus 4 plus 25 be 21 21/5 equals 0. To clear up these denominators, just multiply by the inverse. So you'll have 2 times minus 5/14 plus 3 times 5/21 equals 0. Simplify a little more, get minus 10 over 14 plus 15 over 21 equals 0. And multiply, get rid of the denominators altogether. Multiply by 14 times 21. So minus 10 times 14 times 21 over 14 plus 15 times 14 times 21 over 21 equals 0. 21's cancel. In that term, 14's cancel in this term. We got minus 10 times 21 minus 210 plus 15 times 14. And that would be plus 210 equals 0. 0 does equal 0. So x equals minus 4/5 is the solution. It's minus 4/5. And x cannot equal the plus 2 or minus 5. Not equal plus 2 or minus 5. Just some scribbling there. And what if you had variables in the numerator and the denominator, such as 2x over x plus 3 plus x over x minus 3 equals 0. Again, you can see that x cannot equal minus 3 or plus 3, because that would give you a 0 in denominators, and that's not allowed. And you go through your usual routine. Here we would multiply by, you can probably guess, it's x plus 3 times x minus 3. Both sides. Anything multiplied on this side, it's going to be 0, so you just have the left-hand side to worry about. So you got x plus 3, x minus 3 times what's left. Everything else stays the same. 2x over x plus 3 plus x over x minus 3 equals 0. Distribute these into there, you'll have 2x over x plus 3 times x plus 3 times x minus 3. And this will be plus x over x minus 3 times x plus 3 times x minus 3. And it's all equal to 0. And let's see, we have x plus 3, those are out, and x minus 3's are out. So you're left with 2x times x minus 3 plus x times x plus 3 equals 0. And with 2x squared minus 6x plus x squared plus 3x equals 0. And factor out an x from each term. You'll have 2x minus 6 plus x plus 3 equals 0. Simplify this in the parentheses. You'll have 3x minus 3 equal to 0. And this will be true when either factor x or the factor 3x minus 3 is 0. And you can see right off the bat x equals 0 is a solution because that will make the statement true. And what happens when 3x minus 3 equals 0? We got to figure out what this x will be. Move this minus 3, eliminate that by adding a plus 3 to each side. We'll give you a plus 3 over here and a 3x over here. Divide by 3, and we say that x equals 1 is also a solution. And as always, x not equal to minus 3 or plus 3. Plus x over x minus 3 equals 0. Stick in a 1. What do we got? 2 over 1 plus 3 plus 1 over 1 minus 3 equals 0. 2/4 plus 1 minus 1/2 equals 0. 2/4 is a plus 1/2. This is a minus 1/2. And 0 does equal 0. So the answer is x equals 0 or plus 1, and x, stipulate again that x cannot be minus 3 or plus 3. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.